Hello everybody, I'm back. It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you this week as I get ready to take you on another journey of a little bit about Disney Plus, Fallen Order, and then I'm going to give my updated feel for the Rise of the Skywalker. Unfortunately, Mini Override isn't feeling well, so she can't make it this week. So let's get to it. Ooh, yeah!
Back to you.
Woo! What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Oh yeah! Yeah, I'm ready. I'm all jacked up. Saturday, ready for some football tomorrow, but the Rams don't play till Monday. But that's another thing. Anyway, let's talk about what's happened since. So the last time we were out, me and Mini Override went back and did a preview to what we thought Disney Plus was going to offer us. We also talked about what Fallen Order would be like, and gave a little bit of future talk for Rise of the Skywalker. She, of course, hasn't read the books like me, so her theory, of course, is to the newer movies. You could say Rey was kind of her character, but she does watch all the other ones. She plays the video games with me. She's really good at Battlefront 2. Ooh, yeah! So, yeah, that's what it's about. It's one of those things where, you know, it brings family together. I don't care what people's feelings are. Oh, I don't want the Disney Plus or what. You know what? I have it. I have a child. She's like 8.5, and we like to do it.
Hell yeah!
So, let's get to it. Disney Plus. So, upon looking, I think the outlook and the way that the tables present themselves is easy to use. It's bright. I like the way it captures you. You also see the side bar to the left, so you could switch your, options, and you could do all sorts of things. So I think it's a really easy user interface, and you get to create different profiles. You get different pictures. I'm pretty sure in the front, in the future, they'll probably have some updates for some more icons that you can use. But hey, overall, it's been fun. I've watched some Darkwing Duck. I might check out that Gargoyles that everybody talks about.
Brother.
Yeah. I just hadn't had time to watch all this. I've done a lot of things in my life. Now we go on all these trips. We got time for TV. But you know what I do have time for? The Mandalorian. Me and Minnie have been definitely keeping up on this. I said, we've been keeping up on it. I love the way, of course, other people have said this, the whole chapter setup. That's cool for me. As well as, when you want to see things done right, you got to give it a chance. So from the go, The Mandalorian started off with chapter 1. And then it ended it with, of course, the little green thing. Everybody's calling it Baby Yoda. Everybody has their own little names for it. But hey, we know it's that species. We're going to do it. So you get to chapter 2, and you get it where it uses its power, and that's crazy. And then you get to chapter 3, which we just watched yesterday, which was, this one was really cool. Because, you started off with, him doing his bounty. But he had those feelings, and when he got, after he got all shined up with some new armor and made everything good, had a confrontation with another one of the Mandalorians. He stood his ground, man. He's not weak. This man is strong. He definitely can. So he showed respect right there, but he also showed how strong he is and why he's an asset to them. So after he gets all shined up, he misses, his little green buddy. So he goes and busts his shit out. Yo, those little scuttle missiles, man, that was badass. And, hey, you know what?
What?
I said, you know what? The way it all went down was, you had all the shooting. He got surrounded multiple times. And then, of course, the hit goes out. And he's just walking down and he gets surrounded. He don't care. He give it up. He do everything he wants to do. And then you get it all built up. You get where you think that all those guys against him, Mr. Carl Weathers, we're not liking on you right now. Yeah. And he gets it. And then the other Mandalorians come in and clean shop. That's what it's about right there. That right there showed that they got his back. They knew that there was something up with that. And there's this whole series right now. I'm cool with that. This is a good future for Star Wars. And the way that this is going right now, there might be more. So let's save the rest of that for when I do my updated feel on the Rise of the Skywalker. So let's move over to Fallen Order. So right off the bat, controls are crisp. I like the character progression system. It's really fun. It's fluid. The blocking's great. I'm the type of guy that kind of like, or player that kind of builds himself up physically. Because I like to be able to know that I'm physically going to be able to handle these battles with these people head to head. Because, that's the whole point.
Hell yeah!
I said that's the whole point of being a Jedi, is being in the field. This brings something up, but I'll get to that at the end of this little thing. But so you start feeling like when you're attacking, you can hear those blaster bolts coming. You got that 7.1 surround system on. Yeah! And, you want to say what? I said surround systems on, because you can hear where the bullets are coming from. And you feel like a Jedi, like you feel your environment. It is so cool. The way that they've grasped everything in this game. And the Unreal Engine, wow, good job.
Brother.
I mean, you can do anything you want, and everything just looks good, like watching it. I can't, so this is going to be spoilers. We're going to talk about this, all right? So the character progression, you can go through, saber work, you can go through, stamina, you could go through the force, whatever you use the most is the way you go. And that's why this game is so good. I love games like that. That's why when I did my top 20 video games of all time, Secret of Mana was number 1.
What?
I said Secret of Mana made number 1 because of the character progression system within the weapons and the magic. Everything you used, you was stronger. But the other stuff you had to get up. That's the thing. And that's why I made number 1. That's what makes this game really good. Where you want to go, what you want to use. So let's go to the combat. To combat, when you lock on an opponent, man, you do the jump, you're doing rolls, and you're kicking, you're stunning them, and you're warding off lightsabers, you're parrying. We're doing it all.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's it's so, again, fluid and rate precise that you, again, can do what you want while listening for those laser bolts coming your way so that you can block them back and get in. Up on Kashyyyk, one of the first big battles you take place is you got stormtroopers and you got these giant spiders. And them giant spiders, like you fight one a little earlier, you mop the floor with them. Oh, yeah. But now you got to fight 2 giant spiders and you got these things shooting at you and throwing bombs and trying to attack you and trying to do all this stuff. This is insane. This game, you really have to be right on with your money, with your controls, because you get lit up, and you can, but that's the glory of this game, is that it's not going to be easy. That's why I didn't start out on the easiest. I went with the middle setting, because I want to make sure that I am strong at this game. I want to make sure that everything I do is at a great pace and a strong pace, so that I give no respect to anything other than just being the game at its purest, which I could have went harder, but I want to play the game right now. I really want to get that story involved with my head and my theories coming up with the Rise of Skywalker and the future of Star Wars past that, where I would like to see it go. What? I said where I'd like to see Star Wars go. Yeah. So, let's get into it. The story is deep. It's immersed. The game, you can do everything. Before I even went to Kashyyyk. Now, mind you, I even have Dathomir lit up right now, too. Right? So, before I even went to Kashyyyk, I went back and I started unlocking other doors and getting different strengths and stuff. And what I like is when you find something, you get those extra points. You get those strengths. So as you're getting stronger, you can always go back. For me, I love that. I'm an RPG guy. I love deep games. If you're going to be deep, I'm going to explore you. I'm going to make sure that I take care of you. I'm going to make sure that I've learned every secret that you got to teach me, so that at that point where I'm at, I am the strongest, then the game needs to be. Hence, if you went back and you listened to my top 20 video game times, that my play style is insanely crazy. I mean, I just played Castlevania 1 through. You can check my YouTube for that. I said, check it out, yo. Because guess what? I ain't touched Castlevania 1 in years, and it was 51 minutes. I'm at the end, and the game freezes. That's just, you don't lose that skill, and that's what I'm saying. All you real gamers know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're getting crazy. So yeah, get back to this. So this makes me really, I started thinking about, man, I played some great Star Wars games. Even like Jedi Power Battles, which controlled like complete shit. You like Fallen Order, when you're fighting people, you started getting the sense of when the other robots that were standing back were going to shoot at you, so you could deflect those laser blasts back at them to kill them while you're fighting all the people hand-to-hand combat. This is what being a Jedi, again, is about.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, wow, dudes. Like, in that, so when you go back to, like, Jedi Power Battles, again, a great progression system. You could select those. So even though the game controlled like crap at some times, and you died at some points, the game overall, when you really fought some of the stuff, was really hard and really fun. Don't mind me getting a little drink in there.
Brother.
You know, we're going a little ham in, ham out. Ooh, yeah. So, which made me start thinking, I got to do a top 10 Star Wars games list. So, yeah, I'm a gamer. I've been playing Star Wars games since they were in the arcades, and you just saw white lines and black, sky. I own the Jedi Power, the Super NES series, Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Jedi. I had a GameCube, one of the first games, of course, I played. I bought the game before I could buy the GameCube because I was in line with the GameCube. At first, it was Rogue Squadron. Oh, my God. I remember taking that home with my boy Dave, and we were playing it, and we got to that part where you had to take down your first Star Destroyer, right? Your first Star Destroyer.
What?
First Star Destroyer. Because later in the game, you got to fight like 3 of them, okay? And they brought out that Vader Imperial March, man. Ooh, it was so bad. That game was awesome. Go back to Shadows of the Empires. Go back to Star Wars Galaxies, man. A lot of people, I don't know, man. A lot of people didn't do MMORPGs. But guess what? Star Wars Galaxy was deep, dude. You wanted to freaking be a moisture farmer? Go moisture farm. But you can make a guild. You can make a guild city. Yo, my people in the MEK. Yo. That's how we do. Moss Adam Knights. Yeah.
What?
I said, MEK. They know what we're talking about. I still love that game, and you could get that game if you own copies of that game. I own 3 copies of that game, 2 that I got put together, right? So I can play 2 accounts at the same time. But people have recreated the servers, so you can go on in there and they do raids. They schedule out. You could put your town wherever you want. But back in the day, this game was amazing. A lot of people missed out.
Hell yeah!
Just like a lot of you people missed out on Motor City Online. That game was awesome. Ooh, yeah. So, anyway, back to the pain. Yo, yeah, I got to do a top 10 Star Wars games. They're really cool. I played a lot. Battlefront 2s, the old ones. I didn't play so much the Battlefront 1 and 2 back in the old days. Like, I was just playing other games. Like, if I was playing, Star Wars Galaxy this time, I was missing these games because I was playing that game, like when I played World of Addictedness. It was the same way. I said, wow. Okay, get it? So, yeah, that's a little treat I'm going to have for you. I'm going to try also to get another Bring the Pain out tonight with Chrissy Ray, because we got to do that Survivor Series tomorrow. We got, hey, we do. That's one of our big 4. But everybody's working. Ain't going to be really a big party. That's okay. I'm going to make it a party. Ooh, yeah. So, let's get to it. My updated feel on the Rise of the Skywalker. First up, will that little green Yoda-looking thing be in it? I don't know. I would like to see it in it. I think it'd be really cool. What I said, like, it would be cool if he came out during that last fight, like after Kylo and Rey can't, but he's like now a teenager, but he's so powerful. He shows up, but I don't think it's going to happen. Really at this point right now, which I think he's around 50 or so, he's just a baby. So that's, unless his species speeds up by 75 or 100, which is still kind of not foreseeable, then I don't think he's in it. But that's okay. Next thing I want to talk about is, will we see Anakin, Luke, etc.? You know, there's a lot of speculation. Will we see them? We will see them. I think we will. I think that this has to be completed, so everybody has to say something. So, like, even if Kylo has, like, a flashback where Han was telling him something, maybe he thinks back to that, like, how he went down that wrong path and how he got there. Because ultimately, Rey is very powerful, but Kylo is powerful. But, okay, so that leads me to Mike's thing, like the Reylo thing. I don't like it. I don't think there's a love story. I think they're either cousins or they're twins. They were twins or something like that, or a brother and sister. Just the way they broke it up. Because that would date back to the Legends series, you know, expanded universe, when you had Jaina and Jason Solo, of course. So that's kind of where it's going, and they were both very powerful. And again, if I'll refer back to the Fate series, you know how powerful the Sword of the Jedi was. She ultimately killed her brother. So, I mean, that's some cold-hearted shit, but she, just like Luke, her father, I just messed up. Just like Luke and Leia, she was powerful. They were powerful, and she was able to take people out. And she was busted up in the Fate series. So, going back to the Reylo, I think that together they can create a force boom or something. Like, sometimes you have to have like a dark. Let's refer back to Secret of Mana. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so at the end of the game, when you fight the last boss, the hero has the mana sword, but to restore the mana power to hit the last boss, you have to cast a white magic and a dark magic. So now you know what I'm saying.
Brother.
You got to cast it both and put it into one central point to defeat the ultimate evil. Maybe that central point is this little Baby Yoda. Or maybe Luke comes forth, or Yoda actually comes forth and comes back and channels it into one beam to eventually destroy Palpatine. Or put him away for 1,000 years, because eventually another evil being will appear, which I think ultimately could be where the Yuuzhan Vong War could be introduced. Or you could also think about, because my one theory is, if this movie ends, what would be a great movie, and then give it 3 years off or whatever, you want to give it off, right? So at the end, everybody's happy, and then, Chewie gets a mission. He goes, hey, we got to go there. So Chewie's like, I'm going to go. So as Chewie's getting ready to take off, you see this big fire beam come down and blow him up, and he's dead. And then that starts the Yuuzhan Vong War. And then the next 3 movies will be set forward, because the Yuuzhan Vong had a power hold for what minute? The next 3 movies, that's when that little green Yoda, if he survives all the Mandalorian series and everything like that, if he comes back, he should be old enough by then to be the hero.
Hell yeah!
And lead the new Jedi Order. Yes! And it leads me to, like the Rise of Skywalker. You got Palpatine in this. It looks like a machine chair. So maybe he just didn't want that whole little chair floating around. Because remember, sometimes a lot of the Jedi Masters over the years, if they had shortcomings, they would always negate that with their powers. So their powers would always be on that. But Palpatine's so powerful that he can just do anything. But I don't know. We don't know what to expect. And that's the best part of it. We're going to see soon. It's less than a month.
Ooh, yeah!
So let's get ready to end this episode. I hope everybody had a great time. I hope all of you understand where I'm coming from. I'm going to have more of this. And next time, Mini Override's going to be in this. Oh, yeah. I mean, we got Thanksgiving Day weekend coming up. It's a 4-day weekend. I'm so excited. I'm ready to burn a lot this week, so stay tuned. Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Things that make me a jerk, but renamed things that make Star Wars awesome. Yeah. So my number one thing is going to be lightsabers. Yeah. And always every series is always defined by one thing. The Harry Potter series, you could say, it was Voldemort and it was Harry Potter's connection and his parents and all that stuff, right?
Brother.
Then you could go on to like Transformers and it was like, Unicron came in and he was strong, and then you got the touch start playing as the Matrix was separated by Rodimus Prime. Ooh, yeah! To defeat the ultimate evil. And the lightsabers are distinct with Star Wars. Everywhere you go, you can show a lightsaber. Like, Yoda is known by almost everybody, but everybody knows lightsabers. You can have a fake lightsaber, and you can play with it. And someone will come to you, oh, you think you're pretty cool. You think it's Star Wars? And it's like, yo, shut up, dude. Which is Jedi? You don't see it. Ooh, yeah. So, number 2, fantasy theories.
What?
I said fantasy theories, people.
Hell yeah!
I love hearing everybody's fantasy theories. Over on the Flying Casual Facebook page. And if you don't like or follow Flying Casual, go like them. Find their podcast every week. Michael and Holly bring the pain. And it's such a good time when they're on. And you hear their theories. And then when you go to this page, you also see their theories. And so many people. You got the people that do the comic books. You got the people that did like this part of the series. You got people that studied the Mandalorian. You got people that just go into the Sith books. There's so much, and that's what makes that community very diverse.
Hell yeah!
And I don't want to leave out at Rebel Scumcast either. Rebel Scum, their podcast, they're great theories too. James and Brock always have a good time talking about the movies. They try not to give out any spoilers. They do give out spoilers. So there's a little thing for you. So, go follow both those. Go listen to them. You literally have maybe 2 hours of your time in the entire week that you can do that. See, for me, I drive a truck, so I can listen to them easy.
Bring the pain!
And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about represent. And that's what fantasy theories brings. It's love hearing everybody's ideas. There's never a wrong idea. Because we don't know what Disney's going to do. And we don't know what the future holds for us. But we know it's bright.
Ooh, yeah!
Number 3, the story. It's the best. There's been many great stories, as I have named earlier, the Marvel story. Star Wars, man, it's just classic good versus evil. It's great. It's fun. It keeps all of us entertained. And that's what keeps us coming back. That's what keeps us thriving. If you're not ready to watch that movie in less than a month, you're not ready to go see Rise of the Skywalker, you need to get up to date. Go get that Fallen Order. Go get some Disney Plus. Go watch yourself some Mandalorian and get ready to bring the pain. Because that's how we always do it on this show. I hope everybody had a great time. I hope everybody is ready to get to the show that we're going to have for you tonight. So, I'm going to kick it out. You smell the Heat Override show just dropped. Ooh, yeah.